All right, I hope this thing works.
Only one way to find out. Click it. Come on.
No way! It works! How cool is that? All right, this is my garage, and I've been dying to put a golf simulator in here, but I can't have one taking up a bunch of space. But here's the good news. I think I found the perfect solution. So over the next few days, I'm gonna take you guys through as I convert my garage into a high-tech golf simulator that's fully retractable, so it's here when I need it, and it's tucked away nicely when I don't. And along the way, I'm gonna break down every penny that I spend on this build. I'm gonna highlight what everything costs so you can see my entire budget. And believe it or not, this build is actually more affordable than you think. But in order to get this done the right way, there are gonna be a few hurdles that I'm gonna have to overcome, starting with this right above me. As you can see, I cannot swing a golf club here, but the good news is I've got a solution for that as well. But for now, first thing I gotta do, get this place cleaned out entirely. I have to remove a couple of things in here to make a little bit more space so I can have this place perfectly ready to start building. All right, let's do this. All right, it took a little elbow grease, but I got the garage cleaned out and ready for the next step. And now this first step is definitely optional. I'm having someone come in and epoxy the floors. It's something I've always wanted to do in here since I've moved in. And like I said, it's not something you need to do for this build, but I'm gonna be spending a lot of time out in this garage playing golf, so I figured why not start fresh and make this my first investment in the build. And at the end of the build, I'm gonna give you guys a complete budget breakdown of everything I spent on this project, but you can definitely file the epoxy job as optional. All right, the floors are finally done. It was pretty quick, but this place is looking clean and fresh. It's never looked so clean and wide open, but it's definitely ready for a golf simulator. So let me show you the space. I mean, standard garage, 2 garage bays, got a storage closet in here, which is small. It doesn't hold much, which is one of the main reasons why I need a retractable golf simulator. My kids use this space for all of their stuff. We use it for a lot of our storage. And my wife and I, believe it or not, we bring our car into the garage every single night. So I'm gonna need this thing to disappear when I'm not using it. So I did a little research online and I found this company called Sports Screen, and they create the retractable golf simulator. And guys, it looks a little too good to be true because it does exactly what I need it to do. It'll come down when it's time to play, and with the push of a button, believe it or not, it'll go up. So I scheduled a call with them because I want to show them the space and I want to see what their ideas are in here, if it can even work. I don't even know. I've never worked with a retractable screen. I've built a lot of steady enclosures, but not one like this. So we're going to get them on the phone. I'm going to show them the space, and then I'm going to send them some dimensions, and fingers crossed, we could put one of these in here. Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Going awesome. I wanted to get you both on the phone. I wanted to show you my space for this project that I have in mind. So I wanted to kind of give you a look. This is it. It's empty and it's ready. I don't know. What do you guys think?
That's perfect.
Amazing.
High ceilings, lots of space. That's gonna be beautiful.
Perfect. I'm gonna send you over all the measurements of this space now that it's all cleaned out, and have you guys get to work and come back with some type of a plan for me.
Absolutely, yeah. We're pumped. I mean, send those dimensions over. We'll get to work, and we're looking forward to seeing that in your space.
Excellent. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it, and talk soon. All right, awesome. That's really promising. All right, because I was a little nervous. I didn't think we could do it. There's a lot of little odd things around here, but they said they can do it. So they're gonna send me some renderings, and then I'm gonna get this thing ordered. I'm gonna get it here. And we're getting close to playing golf right here in my garage. All right, so today we're going to tackle another issue that we have here in the garage. This is the one thing that's keeping me from taking a full swing. So today we have the garage door team coming in to lift this garage door track up higher so that I will have the ability to swing a golf club in here. Because right now, as you can see, I would not be able to take a full swing with this old garage motor holder here. So we're gonna lift it up, we're gonna move our motor to the wall, and we should have a free area to swing any club I want. All right, so the garage lift is complete, and this place looks so different now. It looks huge, and I have more than enough space to swing a golf club, and thankfully, I had these 11-foot ceilings. So we started with 7-foot tracks that I've now lifted up to about 10 feet. With these 11-foot ceilings, plenty of room, and the good news is plenty of space for my projector to go right here. All right, budget update. So far I spent $2,000 to epoxy the floor. Love it, place looks great, but like I said before, that was completely optional. It's something I've always wanted to do here, so I just wanted to get that out of the way for my fresh start. Next, the garage doors. With the combination of the side lift and the new tracks, the new 10-foot tracks, that ran me about $1,500. So far I'm into this build with the optional floors at $3,500. All right, so the only thing left to do is to build the actual golf simulator. And the good news is the team at SportsScreen just sent me an email. The whole entire bundle has shipped, so it'll be here soon, and we are going to build it together. That's right, I'm gonna put this thing up. I'm super excited to do it. Pretty soon, we're gonna be playing golf right here in the garage. I cannot wait. All right, it's build day. The Vanishing Simulator has arrived. UPS just dropped it off literally 15 minutes ago. And the UPS driver, he knows it's a simulator. He even asked me, he said, this is a golf sim, isn't it? So he knows what's going on in here. I called Frank, I wanted some help to build this. So he's gonna come on over, he's gonna help me assemble this and get it up on the ceiling and make this thing vanish. So let's go inside. Let me show you everything that comes in this bundle. All right, so this is the entire Vanishing Sim bundle. And it's funny, I actually thought it was going to be much bigger. The boxes are smaller than I thought, and that's a good thing. So what we have in front of us is the entire sim right here. These are the brackets that we're gonna show you. We're actually gonna build one, put it together for you. These are gonna go on the ceiling. And then we have the side screens and the motors. Yes, the motors, because electronically, they are gonna go down and go up with a touch of a button. Those are in there. And our impact screen, basically the screen we're gonna be hitting golf balls into, is right in here. Over here, we have the 12-foot ball collection mat. This is basically the impact mat of the balls after it hits the screen, and the hitting mat where I'll be striking the golf ball. So that is in these two rolls. And over here we have our tech projector and our launch monitor, and I'm gonna dive more into all of this in a little bit. At the end of this video, I'm gonna break everything down and show you how easy it is for you to buy this whole thing in one shot. But for now, I wanna get this on the ceiling so bad. Step one is to assemble the brackets, so let's dive into it. All right, so this is a crucial part in the build. These are the ceiling brackets that are gonna hold the simulator on the ceiling. Frank is gonna help me install them right now, but first, we're gonna assemble these right here on the ground before putting them up.
All right, got the first bracket all put together. Kind of the genius of these is the adjustability, because everybody's ceiling is gonna be different. So as you're putting this together, the reason why it slides is because it depends on how far apart your joists are. This does have to go into a joist because obviously it's a lot of weight we're putting up there. So Mike's joists are 24 inches, so we've got those measured out. Little pro tip though, I would say leave everything a little bit loose until you actually get up there. That way you can kind of tighten it down once you've got the exact spot. So we're gonna bring it up there and look at it, but the way it's gonna go is it's actually gonna go like this on the ceiling, and that's where those mounting brackets are gonna go. The other thing that we have adjustability here is the height of it. So you can adjust it to fit your space. Everybody's space is a little bit different. So it's really easy to put together. Like I said, pro tip, just leave everything a little bit loose until you get up there. Then you can kind of make that final adjustment and just tighten everything down with that Allen wrench, which is super simple. So there's 4 of these for each of the corners to put together. They're a lightweight aluminum, and it's really pretty simple to get it together. So we're gonna get all 4 of them done, and then we're going up there to start marking it up and mounting them. All right, it may not look like much, but actually the hardest part is now completely done. And one thing I talked about before about the adjustability of these, you can see the way that we've got these directionally, you can run them in another direction if your joists go the other way. So there's a lot of flexibility to those anchors, but that's what's gonna hold everything to the ceiling. So that's actually, like I said, the hardest part. It's super versatile. You can run them in whatever direction you need for your particular joists. So this thing's gonna start moving now, so let's get rolling. All right, so one thing, we've built a lot of sims here on the channel. One thing Mike and I always like to do is first, before connecting anything, is to lay it all out. I think it's better to get a visual. So for this part of the process, we've got everything laid out. A couple things I wanna show you guys. First, we've got these brackets, which are going to end up getting some additional hardware we're gonna put on there, which is going to then connect to these roller units, which have the motors built in. One little kind of pro tip here, you can really you can put them in whatever direction you want, but we've got them turned so that the motors are towards the back, and then that way all of the plugs will be a lot less, a lot more seamless because they're already in the back and Mike's got an outlet back there. The other kind of cool thing you might be seeing here, these little white boxes on here, these are the home automation modules. So like if you've got an Alexa, you can like program it to be like, Alexa, let's play, and the whole thing will actually come down. So you can actually hook this up to home automation. So like I said, we got it all laid out. The next step here is just starting to put a little additional hardware on, which is gonna go on these black brackets, and then the black brackets are gonna attach to those ceiling mounts that we just installed. And then this is gonna be really the bulk of this sim because everything gets kind of rolled up inside and that's how it disappears. So like I said, just kind of a pro tip before you start installing anything, just lay it out on the ground, make sure you got everything directionally the way you want it. It will save you a lot of time. All right, I think it's worth pointing out here. So the reason why the impact screen is mounted on the bottom and then the side screen is mounted on the top, it's so that we can get them really close together and you're gonna end up getting it really flush and seamless when all the sides come down. So it might look like we're doing something wrong here, but trust us, we got it the right way. That's gonna make it so it's super seamless.
All right, it is all coming together. I'm really liking the way that this is looking so far. It feels like it's perfect for the space. It's sturdy, it's up there. Now we're gonna move to the next step. So far up to this point, we're just under 2 hours, so we're moving right along. Next, we're gonna be adding the screens, and if you could see on the top bars, there is strips of Velcro, and we're essentially going to attach the screens right to the Velcro and get it so it seamlessly just rolls up with that electric motor. So back up on the ladder, let's attach these screens.
It's a sneak peek. Little sneak peek of what's ahead. It's coming.
All right, quick update. You'll notice, did a little cable management. Tuck the cables nice and clean up there. It's optional, it's up to you. I like the way it looks. Next, we're gonna get the roof up. It's a fabric roof, and the way it's gonna go, Frank and I are gonna go up, put it together with tension using these turnbuckles and eye bolts. Looks pretty easy to do. It's only 4 of these on each corner. And if you'll notice, it will come down by 8 to 10 inches or so. And the reason they do that is so that these wedge shots or flop shots, you don't have to worry about damaging your ceiling. It gives a little bit of give. So they've thought of everything, and that's why it'll be a little bit lower than the top.
All right, impact screen is next. Also super simple. Velcro, we're gonna put it up there. Another thing I like, all the impact screens that we've tested, the thicker, the better. This one's heavy. It's got a lot of a foam feeling to it. That's what's gonna help really absorb those balls. So when it comes to impact screens, heavier is better.
All right, so we're gonna get into all the tech, the launch monitor. We are gonna hook up the projector and we're gonna be playing golf just in a little bit, but we gotta talk about mats because they're important. Part of this package from Play Better, the Golficity Vanishing Sim package, which you guys can get all of this stuff, it comes with 2 mats. The first one is the ball collection mat or the impact mat, whatever you want to call it. This will be 12 feet. It's going to lay down right underneath the screen. Then you've got the hitting mat. This is where I'm going to be doing all the strikes. And the good news about this one, it's nice and thick. I could tell that it's thick, and that's important. Avoid those wrist injuries, that turf wrist injury. So we got a good thick mat that comes along with this package.
Guys, just want to hit you with one more quick pro tip here. To this time right now, we're about 4 hours into the build. Like Mike said, we still got to do the projector and stuff, but to really greatly help you save time, one pro tip that we've had is it does come with a really good instruction manual, but even more importantly, inside the instruction manual are a bunch of QR codes. You can scan those and that will pull up a demonstration video for some of the trickier parts, like those initial brackets that we mounted to the ceiling. That was like invaluable to us, and it's why we're able to do this so quick. So if you do buy one and you're installing it, like definitely take advantage of that, because those demonstration videos are like worth their weight in gold.
All right, so Frank just finished installing the projector. Super easy to do. And guys, if you're not into tech, you don't know which projector you need, don't worry about it because this is the projector that'll come with the whole sim bundle. So it's spec'd out for you, super easy. And at the end of this whole thing, I'm gonna break down what the cost of this entire package is and all the parts and everything associated. So stay tuned for that. But I want to talk about the tech. So this is the brains of the operation. This is where we're going to be running simulation, driving range, all the things I'm going to be doing in here. And that is the Rapsodo MLM2 Pro. And if you've been a subscriber or not, you might have seen us. We've loved this product. We've been using it a lot on the channel. It's affordable. It's super accurate. It has everything you can want. You want a simulator, you want to practice, you name it, it has it. And that's why we use it. In fact, Frank did a whole build in his garage on the channel not long ago. And he also used the MLM2 Pro for his build. And with so many countless options of launch monitors on the market, any one will work with this vanishing simulator. We just love the MLM2 Pro, again, for all the reasons that I listed, especially the affordability, the ease of use, and the portability of it. So with that said, I'm gonna set it up, super easy to set up, and then we're gonna start hitting golf balls right into the screen. Cannot wait, let's do this. All right, so it's complete. My dream home golf simulator right here in my garage. Oh, by the way, we added the Velcro bevels to the top and to the sides to kind of seal the whole enclosure in. And when you're all done, you just kind of pull them off real easy, put them on the side, and then you can retract the simulator. But I'm loving how this whole entire project came out from the start to the finish. I mean, look how big this screen is. I got a great screen in here, this 11-foot screen, the 12-foot mat, and I'm gonna break down the entire cost of this whole package because you don't have to think about it. That's right, Play Better and Sports Screen together, put together this package so you guys can buy everything you see here in one shot. So you'll get the impact screen, the side screens, the top, the brackets, the hitting mat, the floor mat. You will get all that and the projector for about $5,000. So that was huge for me. I wanted to keep this whole entire cost under $10,000. And my number one goal was to make sure that this thing retracted and went up to the ceiling because after all the things that I needed to get behind this, to get to my supplies, my storage. Also in the winter, I'll be bringing the cars in and out, and there's just no way I can do any of that if I had a permanent fixture here in the garage. So that checks the main box. And then as for the price and the cost, again, another box was checked because I kept it under $10,000. If you remember early on, I started with the floor epoxy. Now that was optional. That's something that I wanted to do personally, something I've always wanted to do here since I've moved in. And since I'm gonna be spending a lot of time out here, I wanted it to look nice. So that was an optional $2,000 expense. We had to raise the garage door. That was $1,650. That was not optional. I had to do that. And then, like I said, $5,000 for everything you see here, including that great projector that we put up on the ceiling. Now, the launch monitors, there's plenty. All of them, in fact, will work with this simulator build. But like we said before, we love, and I deeply love the MLM2 Pro from Rapsodo. It's got that great cost to it of $700, and it won't break the bank like some of the other more expensive ones out there. After it's all said and done, it's up. It looks amazing. I can't believe I was able to put a retractable golf simulator right in my home, but I love how it came out. So if you guys have any questions about this build, if you're looking to buy a sim and maybe a vanishing sim, drop your questions below. We'll try to answer as many as we can, and stay tuned because we're gonna be doing a lot of fun builds on the channel. But now I wanna get to work. So subscribe and we'll see you soon.